morning students. Today we will take about the geography class. We have already seen the third lesson of geography in this last class. You already heard about what is mean by migration. The people move from one place to another place. It can be internal or external. Immigration or emigration. Internal. Immigration means internal migration. External migration means emigration, going out. The people who receive the country who receive is the immigration. The people who donate, our people, we donate to other country, other places. That means emigration. That means external migration. And the people who are living inside our country or inside our place, they are coming to our place. Yes, we are receiving that much we have understood in the last class, isn't it? Now, I hope that you go through the text and read it. You have already read that, isn't it? And find out the part where we have taken and find out the question answers of that part from that day itself. Then you can keep it in mind very clearly and study. And after that you watch the video clips also I have sent. Then you can be very goodly understand that. Now today we will discuss about the causes of migration. Oh, what are the factors which are affecting the migration? There are different factors. The people going from one place to another, isn't it? There are pull factors and push factors. Pull factors means, pulling the people to go there. Why? In that place where they are living, there are shortage of food. They have no enough food to live. So, because of the shortage of food, they want to migrate to other place and live there and to get the food enough for them and for their family. Then unemployment. There are no that much of facilities to get a job for everyone. So they understood that if we stay here, we will not get the job. So they are forced to go out to get a job facilities. So the unemployment is one reason. The shortage of job, or when there is no job, will they get earning? Will they get income? No, they will not get income. So in order to have a better situation, in order to get more earning, they will go out and they will, in order to get a good job for them. And their economic conditions in that way they will be improved. Isn't it? If you don't understand, you can call me and ask, what is it mean? And don't go with doubts in your mind. And ask the questions to yourself, why it is. In our place where we are living, is there such a situation? And the people in our place, why they are going to outside, why they are migrating. And you have to reason by your intelligence. Then the next factor, pull factor, is the lack of amenities. What is meant by amenities? The facilities. What facilities? Educational facilities. In order to get a nice education for their children, they need to go outside from their place. So, in order to have, because of the lack of amenities, these people going from their place to another place. Amenities such as a good house for them, or the transport facilities, educational facilities, the supply of water for them, and also the medical care. These educational facilities, these all things, if they don't have, they will go out or they will migrate to another place in order to have such facilities. So, the lack of amenities is another good factor why the people are moving from one place to another. Then the war. If in our place there is a war, people will afraid to live there. So, they will take their things and go out from there in order to have a peaceful life for them. So, when there is a war, people will not like to stay there, they will move. Then the natural disasters. What can be the natural disasters? We have already seen that natural disasters can be flood. In the last year, not 2019, 2018 August, the flood affected Kerala. And Assam, every year there is a flood. The people cannot live with such conditions. But in Kerala, almost one time it has happened in every 20 years, I think. Not every time. So, one thing can be the natural disasters. Then cyclones, weather conditions. All these things can be reason or factors for pulling the people from one side, one place to another place. Then there is a persecution inside the country. What kind of persecution can be that? The persecution can be the ill treatment from the people. Inside the people can be. What is the ill treatment? If I am belonging to a higher classes, the lower classes should suffer because the higher classes will maltreat the lower class people. That we have in our own place, we are experiencing. No need of explaining too much. So when they will suffer, they suffer like that. These people are like to go to other places to live peacefully in those places. Then on the basis of religious belief, they have to suffer. They have to face the persecution and also the social practices prevailing in a society. And like that, these persecutions will force the people to pull the people to live, to move to another countries, or to another village or urban cities to live there peacefully. Then these are the pull factors. Then there are the push factors. That means the people are attracted to live there, pushing the people to live there. What can be those? There are food and resources. Abundance of food and resources in a place. The people will attract to go there and live there. Isn't it? You also know sometimes when we have very scarce food in our family or in our society, we will move to another place where they can get the food and resources enough or for our need. So these abundance of food and other resources will push the people to live there. Then higher employment opportunities. Therefore, better opportunities of employment. That can be push the people to move from our country to another country. Better opportunities and stable economy or develop the countries. It will attract the people to go and live there. Then better amenities. We have seen the lack of amenities pull the people to go there. Then better amenities where there is better infrastructures, better educational facilities, better employment facilities, factories, industries, then better health centers. All these attract the people to go and live there. Then the political stability. There is no war, no political clashes among the people. So those places people will attract and go there. Then lower natural disasters. I have written again only the lower natural disasters of the seasonal weather changes and climate changes and can be flood or the cyclones. All these are not that much in our country or in our place. So these people will attract and go there. Then also the racial equality. No racial inequality. Racial inequality will pull the people to leave their country and go another country. But when there is a racial equality, everybody enjoy the rights and freedom of according to the basis of race, color, religion, or their beliefs. If they have the equality in one place, these people will go there and live there. And sometimes these pull and push factors can be caused to migrate the people from one country to another country. Then we have seen through the videos I sent to you already before what are the story of the migration. The people in before times they were nomads, hunters, and they will move where they will get the food and things. They will move from one place to another. They will stay 1 or 2 days there. After hunting, they will come to their house and live there. And like that, the people will move from village to town, then rural to urban areas, and from one country to another country, from urban to urban, more urban areas. All these migration, all these changes, moving population were happening because of their facilities to live better or better opportunities to live better in those places. So the people move their place, leave their places and go to another place to live. So that is the story of the migration that you can read from the text. There from African people were moving because there is no that much facilities. So before time they were moving from those countries to Asia, Europe and American countries. And now our people are moving to Australia where they can live there because of the less population density, more employment facilities, and because of all these people, our people are going there, Canada, America. Why they are there? And they are sending the money to our country. That is also a good work. In order to develop our country also, it will help. So these people are migrating from one place to another place. And during this, we have seen that industrial revolution, began in Europe in 18th century. Also, these history also will help us to understand why these people migrate from one place to another. And trade opportunities, good facilities, and to live better there. And these all things help the people to move from one place to another. And there are different impacts, positive and negative impacts of this migration from one place to another place. That we can see the positive impact of migration. Migration can be when the people are migrating, that means emigration, move from our country to another country. Our people, we are donating our people to another country. And it is also an external migration. And these are impact. What can be the positive? The positive of this migration is emigration reduces the population density. When some people are moving from our country to another country, our country will reduce the population. And the population of those countries where they are going, the population density will increase. So, reduce the population in our country. That is a positive, one of the positive effects. Then the second positive effect is the reducing the birth rate. Who will move? Usually the young people will move from one place to another in order to get a better facilities or job opportunities. So those young people are going and settle there. Then the birth rate will increase there, and here will reduce the birth rate. So reduce what all things in external migration? Reduce population, then reduce birth rate, because the young people are going there, and these migration often send back money. Those people are working, and these people are going outside will send the money back to our country. No, these people are going outside in order to get a good job. They will send the money to our country. If they have a family here, they will send to their family the money they will receive. After their expense, personal expense, the money they will send back to their country. So it can help the country to develop. In that way, these three positive increase the money back. These are the positive impact of the migration. Then we can see there are also the negative impacts. What can be the negative impacts? It can be the emigration may lead to loss of labor. If these young people will move from our country to another country, the people who can be workforce, our workforce will reduce. So the labor force will reduce in our country. So what can I write here? The negative impacts, the positive impacts. Positive impacts we have seen: reduce what all things? Reduce population. Hope that you can see work and also money back to our country. Can you see? I think you can see that. Then the negative impacts, loss of labor, the people work, they are moving outside, they are moving to another place, they are moving to another country. So our workforce will reduce. Then there is this emigration leads to loss of young people of working age. Our young people will lose. To our country. Our country will lose the young people. That means the workforce is, we have learned about 15 to above 15 and below 65 age group are the workforce in our country, in every country. So those people are moving from one place to another, from our country to another country. So this workforce will, for young people, lose for our country. That is the negative impact. Then the immigration causes the family structures to break down, as men often migrate without their families. When the people go for work, first of all, the men are going out or the women are going out in order to get the job, in order to have the money to send their family. And the family will break. They will not have the unity of the family. Papa in one side, mama in one side, and the children in one side. Or mama and children in home, papa in another country. Then the family breaking. So the breaking of family. Family structure, not family break. Family structure will break. Then there is another cause, that means their own immigrants often give up their own culture and adapt the culture of the place. Nowadays we know the people are these lose our own culture or give up. Sorry, I am writing like this, there is no place to write it. So, anyway, you understand now, the migration, due to the migration, the people give up our own culture. We have a good heritage of our culture. Indian culture is a good culture. And we will lose our culture. And those people are going outside, they will assimilate their culture. And nowadays in our country, what happened, those people are going out and coming with their culture, and they will establish or they will develop their culture to our own country. And in almost every places we have the Western culture in our family setup, in our social setup. I hope up to here everything is clear. The causes or factors affecting the migration can be pull factor, can be push factor. Pull factor, shortage of food, unemployment, alcohol making, war, natural disaster, persecution. Then push factor can be food and resources increasing, the better food and resources, then better opportunities of work, better amenities, political stability, lower natural disasters, then racial inequality. These are things push the people to move from their country to another country. Then we have seen these migration can be positive and negative impacts. Positive impacts reduce our population of our country, because we have the density of population of our country is high, so the population will reduce, the birth rate will reduce, the young people go out and their family will be there, So these are the positive aspects. Then the negative aspects of the migration. That means the loss of labor. The major workforce are going out. The young people are going out. We will lose our young people from our country. They break our family structure. One or two members are outside and other members inside the house, inside our country. Then the family is divided. Some are outside the country, some are inside the country, and they will have no that much of unity in the family. The structure of the family will be broken. Then give up their own culture and they assimilate another culture. I hope all these things you can understand, you understood very clearly, and I will send you also the video clips and my class lecture, and also the textbook you have to read first. After listening my class, you have to read your textbook and the video clips, then it will help you to understand better. And find out the question answers also. All of you have to write the second chapter's geography lesson of the second chapter of 8th standard. I have already sent to you in the group. All of you have to write in your notebook. When you come back to your school, if you are not written your question answers in your notebook and study, I will call your parents and send back you to home. After completing your notes only, you have to come back. In this I am very strict. Not for your bad, but it is for your good. You have to learn from today. You have to learn the classes in order to live your future better. So it will help you to live better your future. So try to make the question answers of this chapter up to here. And the next class we will take what is the impact of migration on receiver regions. Our people are going outside, and the positive and negative of this we have already seen. And in the next class we will see what is the positive and negative of the people who are going there and their country's situation, their country's positive and negative situation. Okay, I hope you understood very clearly. Thank you everybody.